Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Crimes, Killers, Cults,
and beer.
And beer. Just two crazy Florida men drinking beer talking about true crime. Because two crazy Florida men talking about it just makes it a little bit crazier.
Right.
So, there we go. Anyway, that's Todd.
And that's Bill.
And we've got a warped one for you tonight.
Yay. Can't wait.
Yeah, this is a story that's going to make your blood boil from start to finish. It's going to make you want to kill an entire family and not even think twice about it.
Dude, I'm already there. I'm ready to burn the world to the fucking ground right now.
Well, we need to find you a frickin' time machine so you can go back and kill this bunch of chuckleheads.
All right, I'm working on it. I watched some videos on YouTube. I'm learning how to make a time machine. I'll be there and do it.
Cool. So, I don't really have any ado. Do you?
No. I don't even want to go into how my day has gone today. I really don't. Because, yeah. No, I just don't. I'm good. Let's roll.
Yeah. Okay. No ado. So, today we're covering Gertrude Baniszewski.
That was easy for you to say.
Apparently not. It's Baniszewski.
Okay.
But
well, I guess you were close.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Fuck.
Maybe. But I'm just gonna call her. I'm just gonna call her Gertrude for the story because I don't have to keep saying that name.
Gertie. We'll call her Gertie.
Gertie. All right. So, Gertie is one of the sickest people we've ever covered. Sick,
really?
Evil. Yeah. And if you didn't know any better, you'd think you were listening to a horror movie script.
Oh, wow. All right.
But yeah, we'll just call her Gertie because her last name is unpronounceable. And she's
well, it's unpronounceable by Bill because he butchers names like that. But it is what it is.
Well, she has certain nicknames like Mom of the Year and Torture Mom.
All right.
Yeah. So she's a despicable and evil woman who should have never been allowed to be around children, much less have them.
Yeah, well, all right.
She had a litter of kids of her own, but
a litter.
Yeah, her kids are just as awful as she is.
All right.
She took in a teenage girl whose parents had to work abroad, and what she and her kids did to this poor girl, literally for no reason, and they had absolutely no remorse for doing it, is the stuff of nightmares.
Okay.
The source is our guy Ryan Green.
Yay, Ryan!
And his book Torture Mom: A Chilling True Story of Confinement, Mutilation, and Murder.
Dude, that's a great title.
It is. It's a horrible story, though.
It is. I'm not saying that the title makes the story
I
great.
know.
I'm just saying that's
know.
a great title.
It is a great title. But that's Ryan.
It is, dude. He comes up with the most amazing titles for his books, and that's what we love you, Ryan. Shit.
Yep.
If it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be us.
So,
there would still be us, but whatever. Moving on.
We wouldn't have the Ryan Green episodes.
True that. Hopefully we get Ryan Green to come on with us one day. That would be fucking amazing.
that needs to happen. That needs to happen because we're ultimately going to wind up covering all of his books
Yeah,
over the years.
Hey, I don't know if you're listening, Ryan, but if you're listening, let's do something.
BillZillaProd@gmail.com.
Yeah, hit us up. We'll do something together because that'd be amazing.
So Gertrude Van Fossen was born in Indianapolis in 1929, right around the time of the stock market crash.
Oh, all right.
She was the third of 6 kids, and her father was a Polish immigrant, and her mother was Dutch. Now, I've heard several
cabbage.
Yeah. I've heard several podcasts about this bitch, but none of them go into Gertrude's backstory to the point that we're about to. They'll touch on it. They'll touch on it, but they don't go into really any like excruciating detail on it. But the reason I'm saying that we're going to is because this is a classic case of nurture.
Oh, all right then.
But so yeah, we're gonna do that. And I was going through this and everything, and I was planning on skipping over just doing what the other podcasts that I've heard did. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna deep dive her backstory as well.
All right, right on.
And yeah, it's like I'm just saying that the podcast that I've heard, they didn't cover it as extensively. There might be some out there that did. I just haven't heard them.
Okay, right on that. No worries there. Let's go.
So, nurture, that still doesn't justify what the bitch did.
Oh, of course not. But shit happens.
So, yeah. So Gertie had a nice and normal upbringing from her father, and she was a daddy's girl, and they were dirt poor, and everybody was at that point because Great Depression and all. And the other kids would be jealous about how much attention Gertrude got. Even Gertrude's mother was jealous. And when her father was out of the house, Gertrude was ignored unless her mother decided that it was time to scream at her for whatever reason. And this attention caused Gertie's mother to go after her father every chance that she got, and she eventually got himself to distance himself from Gertie.
Okay.
And she was bullied at home and at school, and her siblings made sure of that. Now, there was nothing going on between Gertie and her father. I'm just putting that out there.
All right.
She was just his favorite. So the family didn't do well during the Great Depression, which caused Gertie's father to start drinking, and of course, Gertie's mom somehow blamed all of their shortcomings on Gertie.
Oh. Yeah, because it's always Gertie's fault.
Yeah, there's a great, nationwide financial crisis going on, but somehow it's your fault because my husband likes Gertie better tin everybody else.
Yeah, that's it.
So
that's the reason.
So that's fucking up the entire country.
Of course. Dude, this sounds familiar. This sounds like the mood that I've been in all day.
So one day,
anyway, that is what it is. Well, never mind about that. Anyway,
right. So one day when Gertie and her father were playing, he tripped and he hit his head, and blood was oozing from his head, and Gertie was frantic, and her mother came in, freaked out, shoved Gertie away, and of course asked Gertie what she had done to him.
Oh, of course, because it's always Gertie's fault.
Yeah, but so it's like, bitch, he's the only person in this house who likes me. You think I'm going to kill him?
Yeah, right.
So her mother didn't even bother calling a doctor, and he died right there on the floor.
Oh shit! Fuck! Really? Yeah. Just let him go. Huh?
Yeah.
Fuck that asshole.
Yeah. So, I mean, she asked her, like, you got money for a doctor? I don't. And
oh, wow, really? So that's what it came down to.
And put a pin in that.
All right. God damn you with to put a pin in that shit. Wow. Like, really?
So, yeah.
All right.
It comes back.
I'm putting a pin in it.
As a teenager, she had no hopes of a normal life thanks to her mother and her siblings, and she hated girls and began gravitating to boys whom she found to be more welcoming, of course, and that was around the time that she hit puberty.
All right.
Boys were paying a lot of attention to her, and her mother took this as Gertrude being promiscuous, which
of course
she.
Hey, at least she wasn't fucking donkeys. Like old, what's his name?
Yeah. Just Henry Lee. But put a pin in all of this. But the constant screaming and belittling just pushed Gertie to the point to where she didn't even caring anymore, so that she started experimenting with boys, taking turns touching and making out. So you could actually make the argument that her mother pushed her into this behavior.
You could.
So the only meaningful relationship that she ever had with a what?
I was just gonna say you could make that argument, but you'd be wrong.
Yeah. But the only meaningful relationship she had ever had with a male, was her father. So she began realizing that she was attracted to older men.
Oh, God, daddy issues. Here we go.
Yeah. One 2 years older, and another 8 years older. And, of course, they were only after her because of the loose reputation that she had worked up for herself. And she had a target on her, well, we'll just say her back.
Yeah, we'll call it her back.
Yeah. So at 16, she went... At 16, she ran away from home with John... Baniszewski.
Yeah, another name you can't pronounce.
Yeah, it's the same one. Because she marries this guy. But
wait, dude! If that was her name to begin with, how is it the same name?
Her maiden name is Van Fossen. I said that.
Oh, all right. I don't remember that.
So
I remember you saying it. You remember you going Gertrude fucking blah, 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 something or another, and you were just like, I don't know what that means.
Baniszewski. Baniszewski. I got it. Baniszewski. Fuck!
All right. Whatever.
I had it.
What it is. You had it. And here we are. We're already off the rails, and we're only fucking 10 minutes in.
But he was the guy who was 2 years older than her, not the 8 year older one. But they were married. They were married shortly later.
Shortly later, there it is. That's going to be a T-shirt. Shortly later,
she would never see her mother again, and good on her.
Why? Because she didn't want to go see her, or her mother died, or some shit.
No, she didn't. She didn't want to go see her mother, and her. I don't know how much longer her mom lived.
Sorry, I gotta be that asshole now.
No, no, but her mom was still alive, but it doesn't really say how much longer her mom lived because she never saw her mother again.
All right, so that's all we know. She just never saw her. We don't know.
Right.
Well, we know the reasons, but we don't know the reasons.
Right. So John was 18 years old, and he was a cop. And Gertie turned out to be a good wife, content to raise kids and be submissive and obedient. But she wasn't.
Of course not.
She'd keep the house somewhat clean, but she would nag at John for every little thing. She was frugal with money and nag at John for anything that he bought without her permission, which led John to start buying something in bulk. Take a guess.
Oh, I have no idea.
Beer. Oh,
fuck.
So
No, dude, something's gone south. Oh wait, no,
what?
everything's fine. Carry on.
Okay. So this, of course, pissed Gertie off, and if there was something that
As it would.
might have made this bearable, if there was something that might have made this bearable, she wasn't providing that either. Even despite her loose behavior before they were married, sometimes after that, Gertie got it in her mind that sex was a mortal sin, and she hated it. She only did it whenever John was being overly insistent about it. And when she did get it in, she was just like, "Are you done?
Are you done? Can you hurry up? I got shit to do today."
Yeah. So it's like this led John to become this led to John becoming abusive toward her.
Okay.
When they had their first kid, she changed. Everything had to be spotless and sterile. And she also became more open to sex. And they had 4 kids in 10 years. But that's all that sex was for. When she wanted a baby, that's when sex was on the table. And when I say that sex was on the table, I don't mean that they were doing it on the table.
They did it on the table?
No, I seriously doubt they did it on the table.
Yeah, she sounds a bit of a prude.
Yep. So the kids got all of her attention, and John was just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, John was abusive toward her, but not while she was pregnant. So that might explain all of the kids, kind of.
Well, maybe.
But she didn't leave John, and John was very careful not to leave any visible bruises on her because of his job as a cop.
Oh, fuck.
But,
all right, yeah.
But Gertrude had injuries to her head that caused her to get dizzy. So, over the years, she began learning how to do makeup as well as reading on like anything that she could consume.
Right.
And one day she's educating herself. So one day, it's like you can almost feel sorry for her at this point, you know?
Almost.
But almost, because you don't know what's coming, but you know something bad's coming.
Almost, you can almost feel sorry for her, but not quite.
Right. So,
because dude, if this was a feel sorry for her story, we wouldn't be doing it.
No. Unless John turned out to be a serial killer or something.
Yeah, well, that would be a good twist, but we know that's not going to happen.
No.
Because that shit only happens in movies and TV, dude.
Right. But one day she read a book about divorce and a light bulb went off in her head.
Oh, shit. Yep, there it goes.
One time he beat her and she told him that she wanted a divorce. And a week later she had papers filed and was awarded full custody of the kids and child support, and John didn't contest anything at all.
Well, what can you do? The system is all for the mother and the female side of it, not the males. I couldn't.
Yeah, but he didn't even try.
Well, there's no point in trying because the system's against you, no matter what.
No, I have custody of my daughter.
Yeah, but you know what though? But that's because your baby's mama fucking agreed to it. Am I right?
Because she had to. Not because she had to.
Yeah. But see though, if you'd have gone to court to try to get custody of her,
I don't know, under the circumstances.
The court would have sided with it. Huh?
Under the circumstances, I think that if I had to have gone to court, I would have gotten it under the circumstances, which I'm not going to get into.
I don't. I'm not. But I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about in general. If you had just gone to court and wanted custody of your child, dude, the court would have sided with the mom and fucking told you to go fuck yourself.
Right.
Because they don't give a fuck about the man, and
it's just my circumstances were different, and it's just if I had to go to court, I would have won. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. But shortly later, Gertie found a new hubby.
A new hobby or hubby. Same thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway,
Edward
point.
Guthrie.
Moving on.
Edward Guthrie. He was everything that John was not. He was charming where John was a brute. John had a career. Ed was unemployed. And and one of the things that attracted Ed to Gertrude was the child support income that she had coming in.
Of course.
John was a social drinker, but Ed. John was a social drinker, but Ed was a full-blown alcoholic, and not the functioning kind.
Oh, Jesus.
Half of the child support that she was getting became Ed's beer fund. And,
of course it did.
Yeah, the children were eating and the bills were paid for the most part, but that was it. And Gertie continued making them the focus of her existence. Ed didn't like kids.
Imagine that.
So how you gonna? I've never understood how a man will get with a man that doesn't like kids will get with a woman that has like 3 or 4 kids.
Dude, you just said it earlier.
Oh yeah.
What was the first thing you said why this guy got with her?
Because of the child support.
There you have it. And that is the answer to fucking everything wrong with the world right there.
Yep. So he wound up becoming hostile towards the kids, and he was drunk one night and he hit one of the kids and woke up the next day in the gutter with a huge lump on the back of his head.
Oh. Wonder what happened.
Oh, Gertie whooped his ass is what happened.
That was like sarcasm there.
Oh, I know.
I was being ironic.
But he never hit any of the
I know what fucking happened. She fucking whooped his fucking ass is what happened.
But he never hit any of the kids again after that. And from that point on, yeah. He, from that point on, was jealous of the kids.
Oh, yeah. Because, you know why? You fucking went into the relationship for the wrong fucking reasons.
Yeah. You
went in there because all the fucking child support she was getting, thinking, oh, dude, I don't have to work. I don't have to do shit. I'll just drink and do whatever the fuck I want. No, that ain't how it works, bro.
Nope. But
whatever. It is what it is, and...
Ed wasn't all bad. I mean, he had his moments, and he was actually able to crack the sexual wall that Gertie had built around herself.
Oh, so he banged her and made another kid, huh? All right.
So, although she still didn't like it, she was more than willing to be intimate with Ed. She actually got him to stop drinking and get a job.
Oh, shit! All right, here we go.
But that backfired on her. Because, take a guess.
Oh, what? He started drinking again. I don't know. He beat up the kids again.
Nope.
I don't know then. Dude, I'm at a loss.
I didn't even have take a guess written in my notes right there. I just take a guess to see if you can get it. Because you
knew I wouldn't get it.
No, you might have. But that backfired because once he had his own money, he filed for a divorce.
Oh. Well, see, I didn't see that coming. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Take a guess of how long their marriage was from wedding to divorce.
I don't know. 3 days.
You're in the range. It's less than a year.
Less than a year. I don't know what. 9 months.
Well, it just says less than a year.
Oh, just less than a year. So 9 months. So dude, like the one time he convinced her to have sex, she got pregnant, and then he divorced her before she had the kid. So yeah, 9 months. That's where I'm going.
Well, they didn't have it. He didn't knock her up.
Well, he pulled out. All right, cool.
So with Ed gone and all the child support money being used specifically for what it was meant to be, Gertrude managed to put together a pretty good life for her and her kids.
All right.
Within reason.
Yeah.
So one one day, Gertie bumped into John again, and they started talking, and Gertrude wound up inviting him over for dinner, and the kids were ecstatic because Daddy was home! And that night, after the kids were asleep, she gave John some of Ed's leftover liquor and willingly gave him sex, and she actually enjoyed it.
Oh.
So within a week,
did
John...
she give up the back door?
I don't know. ask Ryan. But that night after the kids were asleep, I already said that. Within a week, John had moved back in, and they were remarried. And everything was calm and normal, but apparently these people didn't believe in birth control because Gertrude became pregnant with baby number 5.
So apparently the back door was not an option.
Apparently not. Well, I mean...
Anyway, no, wait. Okay, I'm a little confused here. Okay, wait. John was the first guy, right?
Right. And the father
not the
kids.
second guy. Okay, all right. On. I got you now. My bad.
So
I lost track.
But she miscarried late term, and then she went into a massive depression. And the house went to hell, and she pretty much lay around all day. The love was gone, and John began to abuse her again. And once again, she wouldn't leave.
Go back to the way they were.
Yeah. Once again, she wouldn't leave, and over 7 years, she miscarried several times, but gave birth to 2 more kids, bringing the total to 6. So... and she finally divorced John again, and once again he contested nothing.
All right.
But now, Gertie was a 37-year-old single mother of 6, and she was not right in the head. She was not doing well on the financial aspects of things either. And she was on the verge of being evicted when she met a possible benefactor. A 27-year-old married man named Dennis Wright.
Okay.
A day after the two met, Dennis moved her and her entire litter of kids in, and he kicked his wife out.
I love when you call him a litter, dude. That's so funny.
I wouldn't be saying this about, these kids are in on what happens. That's why I'm calling them a litter.
I get it, dude. I just love how you're calling them a litter. Being the crazy cat lady of this podcast and all, I love that shit. It's cool. It's cool, bro. Keep going.
All right. So a day after the two met, Dennis moved her and an entire litter of kids in and kicked his wife out, and I already said that.
Yeah.
But
you're definitely editing this one, dude.
Okay. But he was also an alcoholic, but he was weak, and Gertie was able to control him. He had a nice house, but once Gertie and the kids moved in, it became nasty.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. 6 kids running around uncontrolled, dude. That place had to be a fucking disaster.
Yeah, but she wouldn't clean anything. Food was left out, and she was actually neglecting the kids. And Dennis hated living in the filth, but he was okay with it because apparently the Gertrude pie that he was served up nightly was good enough to endure the situation.
Oh, Jesus. Dude, ain't no pussy good enough to live with that shit, dude.
Nope.
And yes, I said that out loud. I don't care.
But he was concocting an escape plan. He was just going to bolt.
He was working on an exit strategy.
Yeah. So he was just going to bolt and leave the house behind and get the hell out of Dodge.
Fucking it's yours, I'm out. I love it.
He came home one night and he was going to grab his things and go, but apparently Gertrude was a mind reader.
Oh, she saw it coming.
Yep, the house was spotless. It even smelled clean. There was a hot meal waiting for him, and she served him a plate and apologized for the way that she had been treating him.
Uh-huh.
So he aborted his plan. Yeah, believing that everything was going to be all right. Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing.
This food ain't poison. Right. I swear.
Nah, she's not a poisoner.
Fuck, I don't know, dude.
But,
I'm just 99% of female serial killers are poisoners.
Well, she's not a serial killer. There's only one victim.
All right. Well, 99% of women murderers are poisoners.
Right. So
I just figured this was going to be a poison thing.
Nah. So they then made sweet, passionate love all night, and then she sank her claws deep into him, demanding marriage and babies.
You can put it in my butt if you marry me and make babies with me.
But then he realized why the sudden change. It wasn't that she was a mind reader. Take a guess.
Oh God, dude! Stop making me guess, dude. I'm not in the right state of mind for guessing.
Oh, this one should be obvious.
Say it again. She wasn't a mind reader.
Why she was all lovey-dovey to him and all that stuff.
Fuck, I don't know, dude. I can't think right now, dude. I told you this before we started this.
She was pregnant.
Oh, see, dude, I was saying that shit earlier. I don't know why I didn't come back to that. I said, why she's pregnant. Like, I said that like twice, and no, she wasn't. And like, now she is. I'm like, you're supposed to let me, like, third time, really? Come on, dude.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm. All right. So she was pregnant. I get it. All right.
Yeah. But Dennis wasn't going to have the baby. So he began to punch Gertrude in the stomach.
Right? Tell me he fucking tuck-tailed and ran.
No, he was punching the shit out of... He started punching the shit out of her stomach. Oh, my order's on the way.
Oh, trying to force a miscarriage. Yeah. In the worst possible way, you piece of shit.
Yep. And she lost this baby, and now she was trapped. And, what was she to do? So she kept up appearances, keeping the house clean and being available to Dennis, and ultimately she got pregnant again and things seemed normal. She thought that she had won Dennis over, and she was admitted to the hospital to have the baby, but when she came home, Dennis was gone.
Yay!
So Gertie panicked and began telling people that Dennis had married her prior to dying and that she was a widow.
God damn,
nobody
this bitch
bought
got
it.
Stories.
Yeah, nobody bought it, but people did start bringing their kids over to her, for Gertie to babysit to help her out with money.
Oh Jesus! All right, dude, these people are just contributing to the fucking cult, aren't they?
Yeah,
unbeknownst to them, and yes, I skipped ahead quite a bit, but I know where this is going.
But even though this wasn't an actual cult, it's culty. So this episode has crimes, killers, cults, and beer.
Well, over it.
It has all of them, the entire square.
Anyway.
So Gertrude's oldest daughter, Paula, was 15 years old, and she had become like a surrogate mother to her younger siblings, and Gertrude's second in command. She had a boy. Yeah, she had a boyfriend, and Gertie was fine with it until Gertrude caught them having sex, and she shrieked, "Sinners! You filthy whore! In my house!" And then she physically kicked the boyfriend out of the house and told him to never come back or he would regret it.
Oh, of course he would, because you regret shit when you piss off the fucking head cunt of the house.
Yeah. So from that point on, Paula was never allowed to date again, so she began looking for older men who could afford hotel rooms or had a place of their own.
As you would.
One man was a 35-year-old business owner, and he would take her to hotels regularly, and Paula eventually started talking marriage to him, but he wanted no part of it. Take a guess.
Because she has like a dozen kids right now?
No, Paula didn't have a kid.
Oh, dude, I don't know who the fuck Paula is.
The 15-year-old daughter that I just told you about, they had a boyfriend that...
Oh, dude, really? I don't know. Why? Because she was 15?
No, he was married.
Oh, he was married. Oh, a true gentleman. All right, then.
Yeah. But Paula was pregnant.
Oh, God. Yeah, of course.
And Gertrude lost her mind.
Dude, I can't keep track of all these people. I need like a notebook. where I can keep notes because there's just too many people coming in and out of this story, dude.
Oh, there's more coming. So now, 13 pages in, we meet the victim in the case.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
Gertrude had continued babysitting, and the house became a hangout spot for teenagers. And the house was filthy again, but we all know teenagers don't give a shit about that.
Yeah, true.
So Paula's circle of friends included a girl named Darlene and a girl about Paula's age named Sylvia Likens. Now, Sylvia had a sister,
like a lycanthrope, like a werewolf.
Likens.
Okay, not like a werewolf then.
Or it might be
that would have been a great twist to this story.
Yeah, right. But Sylvia had a younger sister named Jenny who had to wear leg braces. like Forrest Gump. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My bad.
So their mother Betty had been put in jail, and their father Lester had found work with a traveling carnival, and he wouldn't be able to take the girls on the road with him. So enter Gertrude. Okay. Gertrude agreed to take the girls in, and Lester would mail her a check for $20 a week, which was a lot of money back then. And This was only supposed to be a temporary situation. So the girls were dropped off, and off Lester went. The first couple weeks were as good as could be expected. Gertrude had pretty much let the kids do whatever they wanted, which would result in a hierarchy and pecking order amongst the kids. Obviously, with Paula as the bottom bitch.
The bottom bitch.
Right. I don't know if that's an actual term, but I'm talking South Park.
Right, I got you.
The bottom bitch meaning the top bitch. But one thing Gertrude was firm on is they had to go to church. And at the time, the Likens girls had perfect attendance at school. So one day, the girls came home from school, and Paula and Gertrude were waiting for them, and they grabbed Sylvia and ripped off of her clothes and held her down on a bed. Paula thought this was funny. And once Sylvia was down, Gertrude was holding her, and Paula grabbed Jenny and did the same thing to her. Gertrude started furiously. Yeah, Gertrude started furiously beating both girls, and this went on for a very long time. All the while, Gertrude was screaming that their no-good father had not sent the $20 check that week, and she had watched those two little bitches for nothing.
Oh, shit.
The beating continued, and the longer it went on, the more excited Gertrude was becoming. And she was in such a frenzy that she accidentally hit Paula. And Gertrude said that if the check didn't come the next day, they would get it again, and the same each other day. And she said that if it came to a week, then she would rent the two girls out for $1 a ride until she got her money.
Oh, damn. Oh, wow. All right. That escalated
quickly. We both said that at the same time. Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
Well, we do share the same brain, so it's all right.
We do. So the next day, Sylvia had to help Jenny to school, and while she was there, Paula mocked her.
Of course.
But guess what? The check arrived in the mail the very next day.
Oh, did it now? Well, that was miraculous, wasn't it?
It had just been delayed by the postal service due to because it had been sent from across state lines. Because by that time, Lester was out of state. So it just took a little bit longer to get there. That's it.
Okay.
He didn't not send the money. He sent it, and he never stopped sending it.
All right.
I had a rough time with this one, man.
I'm having a rough time with it too, and we're not even halfway through it yet.
So
anyway,
Sylvia and Jenny discovered that they could cash in empty soda bottles for money, So they bought candy. And Sylvia said that, they should save some of the candy for Gertrude's kids. She's trying to be nice. So Gertrude saw Sylvia handing the candy out, and she went into a fury again, and she accused the girls of stealing the candy. And Sylvia tried to explain how they had gotten the money, but Gertrude called her a liar and a no-good thief.
Oh.
And she dragged
right.
Sylvia into the bedroom again, stripped her down, and gave her another vicious beating until Sylvia finally false confessed to stealing the candy.
Oh.
And Gertrude grabbed her by the hair and said, "If you ever lie to me again, it'll be the last time, you filthy little bitch."
Oh, shit. All right.
And, dude, it's like, "Do you understand me?" And she said yes. And later, after the beating, Sylvia just said to Jenny that she just wanted to do something nice for Gertrude's kids.
Okay.
So later, Gertrude told Paula that Sylvia had been talking shit about her. So Paula punched Sylvia so hard that she broke her hand on Sylvia's face, and Gertrude laughed.
Wow. All right.
And she would later use the cast as a weapon on Sylvia.
Oh, here we go. Fuck me. All right.
And the girls began walking on eggshells trying to be on their best behavior, which was hard to do with Gertrude's brood trying to fucking antagonize them.
Her brood. Now they're a brood. They were a litter. Now they're a brood. I love it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm not
going to call them a murder because crows are cool.
Yeah. We like crows.
Yeah. So, but Gertrude,
dude,
was still
like you just said, dude, a group of crows has the coolest name ever.
It's a murder. Yes.
It's a murder. A group of crows is a murder. That's fucking great.
I know.
Oh God. Anyway, sorry. Moving on. My bad. I apologize.
So but Gertrude was still punishing them. She wasn't feeding them. And she was burp. How am I going to get tripped up on verbally? That's a bit of irony right there.
How do you get tripped up on any words you get tripped up on, dude? Who knows? It just happens. It's okay.
Well, maybe I should read it like I did with the Micro Machines thing on the Warren Jeffs episode.
Maybe you should practice. Like I keep telling you.
Everybody re-rating them because it didn't work this time.
Well, like seriously though, bro. Like when you write lyrics for a song, like you practice singing it, right? You don't just write the words and go straight in and trying to record it, right?
Well, yeah, I do. That's how I learn it. But I keep fucking up, so I keep like stopping and starting over once until I get it right.
Well, you know what? Maybe you should practice. Just saying.
Practice on a podcast? I don't have enough time as it is.
All right.
So.
Anyway, moving on. I know. I get you, dude. Yeah, I know. I totally get you. Yeah. There ain't enough time in the day for that shit. I got you.
No, but she was verbally berating them and calling Sylvia things like whore and little piggy. Okay. This made the other kids laugh, and she said that people were talking, saying that Sylvia was saying that Gertrude was. Sylvia wasn't, but Gertrude was actually starving them. Sylvia said that she hadn't been saying that, to which Gertrude asked, "What, are all my kids lying?" No, you're lying, you fucking cunt.
All right.
You're lying. You're making this shit up.
Biatch.
So, she then accused Sylvia of eating up everything. Gertrude then grabbed her and dragged her into the kitchen and grabbed a cold hot dog and put it in a bun, taunting her about being greedy and being a piggy.
Little pig, let me in.
And all Sylvia could say was, "I'm sorry." So Gertrude slopped mustard, ketchup, and mayonnaise on it and shoved it in Sylvia's mouth, and she gagged, which fired Gertrude up even more. She's like, why are you eating so much? You're going to ruin that tight little body of yours. No man's ever going to want a fat bitch like what you're turning into.
Oh, I beg to differ, my dear.
But the thing is,
this was obviously way before the chubby chasers that going out and getting your smoosh on. There's nothing wrong with going out and getting your smoosh on. Smoosh is fun.
So finally, Sylvia puked, and girlfriend and Gertrude picked up the hot dog and handed it to the most ridiculous mush mouth I've had yet. I said girlfriend instead of Gertrude.
Well, your brain's autocorrect just fucking handed you your ass. We'll just call it that.
I really wish that Tony would show up.
Because dear autocorrect, at no time did I ever say ducking.
Yeah. I wish Tough Tony would show up and make her a restaurant in peace.
Fuck yeah.
So, finally, Sylvia puked, and Gertrude picked up the hot dog and handed it back to her and told her to eat the rest of it. And when she was done puking. So finally she finished it. She's like, I'm done. And she said, no, I said eat the rest of it. She made Sylvia lick all of the vomit off of the already filthy floor.
Oh, Jesus. No, he's got to eat.
Did.
Well, there's only a little bit of grizzle left, but I guarantee you the lap business. No, all of it.
Yeah, and she did, and Gertrude said, I only punish you because I care. You got to behave yourself from now on.
If you've never seen The Great Outdoors,
bitch.
You won't get that. But,
I have seen The Great Outdoors.
I know you got it, but I was talking about our listeners.
Right.
Hopefully they got it, because our listeners are quite intelligent people, and we love them.
Absolutely. So a week later,
like,
Sylvia...
That asshole brought The Great Outdoors into this fucking piece of shit story. Yes.
A week later, Sylvia met with her parents outside of the house at a park, and Betty was her mother Betty was out of jail and on the road with Lester. And she mentioned how, oh God, this next part. Betty mentioned how skinny the girls were, but Gertrude was ready for that. She had a story ready. They were going on a diet in solidarity with Paula, who was trying to lose weight.
Oh, solidarity. Because that's how that shit works.
Paula was pregnant. So,
yeah, you know what? Believe it or not, I actually do remember that part of the story. Don't ask me how, but I do.
Sylvia was doing her best not to cry, but, tears did come out. And she said, but Gertrude was ready for that too, saying that she had her new slim figure was getting a lot of attention from the gentleman, and she was bashful. God,
oh, no, not bashful. Oh, my.
Yeah, that's just... She couldn't just tell her parents what was going on. She was too scared. And, I get that. But still, it's just like, why not just say, but, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I can't imagine what was going through that poor girl's head.
Yep. I can't. Me neither. It baffles my brain.
Yeah, so Lester handed Gertrude an envelope with a month's worth of payment plus another month. So she's paid up. Okay. Yeah, he's paid up at this point. He's paid up this point for 2 months. And, and like I said, he was never behind. But now he's paid 2 months ahead. But on the bus ride home, Gertrude whispered to her that she'd been a good girl and was stroking her hair. She was literally treating her like a dog. Like,
no.
A good girl. He was a good girl. God, time machine. Hurry up with that time machine. We're going back.
I see where this is going. No. Fuck, no.
No, it's not going there. It's not going there. They didn't have a dog.
No, I'm not even talking. All right. You got me on that one.
No, but I can see why you. I can see why you thought this, because it's just like with everything that she does, it's something 10 times worse than what she had previously done.
Yes.
You know, and it's just like, God damn, this poor fucking girl. I mean, anyway, the next few weeks went by smoothly, and Gertrude's kids seemed to be behaving themselves. The girls, one day the girls were all talking about their boyfriends and talking about fooling around, and Sylvia eventually joined the conversation. All the girls were talking that way, but Gertrude overheard it, and she pointed a finger at Sylvia and called her a whore. And she slapped Sylvia and shrieked that she didn't know why she let a whore into her house. Talking about how God hates whores and filthy women.
Oh, yeah.
She demanded to know how many men Sylvia had laid down with. And she said that she had never...
I've laid down with all of them.
She might as well have said that, because that's what Gertrude heard.
I know. Because that's what all fucking Jesus fucking crispy zealots fucking hear.
But these people they it's just like, oh well, God hates whores. It's just like the fucking West. This is the precursor to the Westboro Baptist Church. This is the precursor to the Westboro Baptist Church. God hates fags.
Seriously, dude.
You know, and
but you know, you know the worst mistake the Westboro Baptist Church ever made was taking on Slayer
and Foo Fighters.
Well, no, dude, the Foo Fighters actually, because Dave Grohl don't give a fuck. He made fun of them.
Oh, I know.
Dude, you're gonna fucking stand out there and dude, you're gonna piss off 1 million fucking Slayer fans. and I mean, dude, you obviously do not understand Slayer fans.
I'm surprised that we didn't get a little bit of Norway action over there at the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah, but you know what? Those Slayer fans are better than that. They went, you know what? Fuck these fucking cunts.
True.
We don't need. Dude, we could show up there. Like, dude, when Westboro fucking protested fucking Jeff Hanneman's funeral, I'm like, you sure you want to pick this fight?
Yeah.
Because you realize the people that you were about to anger, right?
Yep.
These people are actually way more intelligent than you are, and Slayer fans did the right thing. They just left them the fuck alone because the Westboro Baptist Church are fucking idiots, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
They are fucking dumb fucking cunt idiots.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
dude,
we're going to cover them at some point.
You want to go and fucking protest Jeff Hanneman's funeral and piss off 1 billion fucking Slayer fans?
Well, it's
like,
not even
seriously,
just that. They
dude,
would protest.
Do you realize the fucking rage that could come down on you if Slayer fans were like morons like you think they are, but they're not?
They would protest military funerals as well. You know, with their God hates fags things, God hates soldiers and stuff like that. The whole thing that the whole point that I was making about this is just like, oh, God hates this, God hates that. Well, you know what? God also hates people that beat up that make up lies. Lying is also one of the 7 deadly sins. And
it
or
is not.
10 commandments.
Tell me,
it's part of the
sins. Lying is not one of them.
Okay, it's part of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not bear false witness. But
that's all right. That's kind of playing fast and loose with the terms, but okay, I got you.
No, but she's bearing false witness against Sylvia. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, dude, false witness that's playing fast and loose with lying. I mean, like, seriously. Like, think about it. Like, yeah, I mean, it is lying. I get that. It is. It totally is. But, I mean, like, dude, all right, so false witness. All right, but if I go, hey, you know what? I just didn't want to talk to you today. Is that bearing false witness? Is that a lie? Is that this? Is that that? No, dude.
No,
I mean, dude,
that's telling the truth.
It's fast
that's
and loose
telling the
with
truth.
rules.
Yeah. Anyway, hashtag but I digress.
Yeah, hashtag but I digress, dude. And I'm really looking forward to getting in this kind of discussion because it'll piss everyone off.
So
I'll do it on my own website so it doesn't affect this, and I'll change my name so nobody knows it's me.
She said, Sylvia said that she had never even kissed a boy, and Gertrude pushed her so hard that it knocked over her chair and she hit the floor hard. Gertrude continued her whore rant, saying that she was just trying to save Sylvia. I'm just trying to save you. And at this time, there were lots of neighborhood kids there that were witness to this, and they were shocked, but Gertrude was just warming up.
Of course, because,
She began stomping on Sylvia, and Sylvia just continued to insist that she had never done anything with a boy, and Gertrude called her a liar, and then accused Sylvia of turning tricks to get her money for the candy that she had initially accused Sylvia of stealing.
Yeah,
So
because
now
the neighbor those things.
Yeah. So now the neighborhood kids were laughing, and Gertrude told the boys to spread her legs, not to worry about hurting her because that's how she likes it. They held her down.
They told Gertrude to do this? Mom?
Gertrude told
they
the
were
boys
raping the mom? Come on now.
No. Gertrude told the boys that were there to hold Sylvia down and spread her legs and not to worry about hurting her.
Said it. That's not how you said that to begin with, but okay.
My bad. Okay, but
no,
not to worry about hurting Sylvia.
You said the boys held Gertrude down and spread her legs.
Okay, my bad.
What the fuck is going on? What just happened? When did this story flip like that?
I wish it had.
No shit. I'm like, all right, this is going in a direction I didn't expect. All the boys are holding Gertrude down and spreading her legs. I'm like, see? Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
Right? But the boys held her down and spread her. No, the boys held her down and spread her legs, and Gertrude started kicking Sylvia in the crotch, and then she accused Sylvia of being pregnant. And the assault finally ended, and Sylvia pulled herself up and headed for a chair, which Gertrude snatched away, and said that chairs are unfit for whores. But
well, then, bitch, you better not be sitting down.
Yeah, right. But she was convinced that Sylvia had been accusing her daughters of having sex for money. That was the next one.
Oh God.
Sylvia came home from school, and Gertrude was waiting for her, asking her why she'd been telling lies about her girls. She hadn't, and Gertrude knew it, but of course she didn't care, and she accused Sylvia of calling her second oldest daughter, Stephanie, a slut, and she said it right in front of Stephanie, who snapped, and she got in Sylvia's face and called her a whore.
All right.
Stephanie's boyfriend, Coy, he did it too. And she's like, I didn't do it. And Coy said, you shouldn't talk about my girl that way. I know judo and I'll mess you up.
I know judo.
Understand me?
I'm Steven Seagal, motherfucker.
Yeah, well,
I will beat you up from sitting in a chair.
So he had pushed Sylvia up against a wall, and Gertrude antagonized the situation further, asking why he was just going to let her off with a warning, and asked her what kind of a man Coy was. So Coy punched her in the face, and she fell to the ground. And Coy pulled her back up, grabbed her by the arm, and he flipped her. And when she hit the ground, he began kicking her in the crotch.
Oh yeah.
He then picked her up again.
He
and
showed her that
he
is no kind of man at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and she knocked over a chair when she fell, and Gertrude said, "Oh, you're gonna break everything in the house by doing it that way." And so he told Coy to take her to the basement, which he did by her hair. He dragged her, he dragged her into the basement by her hair, and then once down there, he flung Sylvia into a wall, and Gertrude just watched at the top of the stairs grinning.
Of course.
Coy took his fucking time brutalizing Sylvia until he had almost knocked her unconscious. Gertrude told him, "Oh, you're good at judo, but you can come over here whenever you want if you want some more practice."
Oh, fuck me, dude, really? I mean, did these cunts really, I mean, like, seriously, do you know what judo is? Do they know what judo is?
I don't know. I mean, apparently
Dude,
he knew some. He knew some
judo
throwing
is
moves.
not beating up on somebody. Judo is like the whole, like, the basic fucking MMA shit. Like, the first thing you learn to be an MMA fighter is judo. The whole grabbing and flipping and grappling shit. Like, really,
well,
dude?
that's what he was doing.
Judo is not used to
doing.
beat the shit out of somebody.
Right. Of course it's not. It's meant. I mean, all of the martial arts are meant for self-defense only.
Yeah, but you know, dude, there's people that take it. But anyway, not the point. I'm fucking digressing because I'm.
But well, you're a Taekwondo expert.
I am not I was when I was 15.
But you still have the knowledge. You may not have the physical ability, but you still have the knowledge.
I have the knowledge, but not the ability. At all. I have zero ability anymore. So old and broken now it's not even funny.
So she then told Sylvia that she was sleeping in the basement that night and none of her food would pass Sylvia's whore lips.
Oh God. See, this shit just alright.
I told you this is like a fucking horror movie script.
Yeah, dude. I'm definitely getting like Misery fucking vibes or People Under the Stairs kind of vibes from this shit.
Yeah. But she did go back to school, and Gertrude had her daughters cover up the bruises with makeup in addition to clothes that covered pretty much everything.
All right.
One day, a friend from Sylvia's class came over, a girl named Anna, and she had heard about the teenage gathering place that the house was, and she begged Sylvia to the point to where Sylvia finally agreed. Like, all right, come on. So when they got there, Gertrude was waiting with a smile. That's not a good thing.
No. This won't end well, I can tell right now.
Yeah, nothing ends well. I mean, she played it off like, oh, look, one of Sylvia's friends. Sit down, Sylvia, go get her a soda. Yeah. So Sylvia, completely on guard, she did as she was told. And as soon as she came back with the soda, Anna decked her. And then she pounced and started pummeling Sylvia, asking how dare she say those things about her mother. Mm-hmm. And then she ran out of the house screaming that she thought Sylvia was her friend. This was all set up by Gertrude and her two spawns of Satan daughters. And Gertrude,
right?
Gertrude said, "You really need to stop lying all the time, or the whole world is going to hate you, you filthy little whore." So,
quoth the liar.
Yeah. So now Sylvia was isolated at school due to all the lies told by Gertrude and her demon daughters. And you know what? I'm going off script here, but I'm just going to call Gertrude Satan from here on out. How's that?
Sounds like a plan, bro.
All right. Yeah,
because she obviously doesn't believe in God like she claims or whatever.
Well, nope. Satan is her god.
Anyway, it is what it is.
So, one day, a girl named Judy Duke came over and slapped Sylvia, asking her why she was telling everybody that her mom was a hooker. And Sylvia looked over at Satan with a look that said, "Really? This again?"
All right.
And she said that she didn't even know her mom and she barely even knew her. And Judy called her a liar, and Sylvia said that she didn't say anything about her mother. And somebody, emphasis on somebody, was just telling her this so that Judy would want to fight her. Satan just said, "More lies, Sylvia?" And Judy kicked Sylvia, but there was doubt on her face, and Sylvia could see it. So,
right.
God, I hate this story. Judy left, so Satan told Steph. Yeah, this is the most brutal one we've done. I mean, this is even beyond fucking Mother Anna's House of Prayer depravity.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is, because this is constant and it doesn't stop, and it's all directed at one fucking person.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, this is worse, even though that one was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is more horrible. Not that I even thought that would be possible after that one. But here you are. You found one that was more horrible.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, well, you know. We still love you, Ryan. You're still our favorite author.
Yeah.
Goddamn, dude.
So Satan told Stephanie to hit the horns, and Stephanie said no. Coy said he would do it, but then Satan insisted that Jenny, Sylvia's own sister, do it.
Of course.
Satan slapped Jenny repeatedly, telling her to hit the whore, and even knocked her over. You know, keep in mind she's wearing freaking leg braces. And then Sylvia at one point whimpered, just for the God's sake, just do it, to her sister.
Yeah.
To which Satan screamed that she had no right taking the Lord's name in vain.
Oh my God. Really? You fuck me in the goat ass, dude.
Finally,
I'm done, dude. I can't do this.
Finally, it took me 7 hours to write these notes. You can do 2. So by the time we get done with this one, I'll have been 9 hours into this fucking shit. Come on, man.
All right. I'll do my best to carry on, but fuck me, man.
This is
dude. The amount of lies that this cunt is fucking spouting to make herself look like the whatever, you know what I mean?
I mean,
I can't believe that these people actually breathe the same air that I breathe, that you breathe.
I know.
It's like, really? These fucking waste of these fucking oxygen thieves. Ugh, fuck me, dude. All right. I'm done. Carry on. I'm going to shut up and let you finish. Let's go.
It's rough.
Well, I'm going to try to shut up and let you finish, but let's go.
So, finally, Jenny punched Sylvia, and Satan it probably wasn't hard, but Satan got giddy. And then she beat Sylvia until her knuckles were bruised. Coy had been regularly coming over to abuse Sylvia, the little sadist that he was. Sylvia needed a new school tracksuit, and Satan wasn't having it. But she needed a new one because hers was tattered and ripped, and that would arouse suspicion if anybody saw bruises. So, yeah, it's just like she's in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. I need one, and if somebody asks questions about the fucking bruises that are all over me, it's going to get back to fucking Satan, and she's going to attack me even more just for that.
Yeah.
So she swiped one from the locker room.
Oh, all right.
But Satan saw the suit, and she accused her of stealing. And Satan hates thieves, even though she herself was one. I mean, they always had soda and cigarettes, which Lester's money was being used for rather than food for his daughters. So she threw Sylvia to the floor and asked her if she had stolen it or used her whore money to get it.
Oh, yeah. Her whore money.
Yeah. So then she kicked Sylvia in the crotch again, and then the whore chant started.
Dude, she's got a thing with like cunt punching, huh?
Yeah.
Or kicking, at least.
Yeah.
Wow.
She then lit a cigarette, and she burned Sylvia repeatedly in the thighs until the cigarette was gone.
Uh-huh. Because, God said that's okay. Show me in the Bible where that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. If your daughter has sex with a man out of marriage, you're allowed to sell her into slavery, according to the Bible. But, hey, there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that. Sylvia had been collecting soda bottles. The money from that was literally the only way that she and Jenny were getting food. One night she came back in, and Satan was sitting there waiting for her. And there were neighborhood kids there, and they were all smoking, and it was only boys. You know what? This is. I'm not going to call this a cult because it doesn't deserve my cult music, my cult outro.
No.
But it kind of is a cult. It definitely has the freaking gang, the gang mentality, the mob mentality there.
Yeah.
Satan told Sylvia to strip for them, and she did, hoping that a little bit of humiliation was all that was in store for her. Satan made sure to tell her to take all of her clothes off, since clothes weren't for whores.
Oh, God.
Satan then handed her an empty soda bottle and told her to shove it inside like she did with all of her whoring. And then the boys there started chanting, "Do it, do it, do it."
Oh, yeah, because, they're all sitting there smoking Peter. They want to have something to help them get off with, so yeah, do it.
So she did, just trying to get it over with, but she wasn't going fast enough for Satan's liking, so she slapped the bottom of the bottle as hard as she could. Up,
yeah, I get you.
And then she knocked Sylvia down and told her to fuck herself with it. And she was in serious pain, and she was bleeding, and Satan had enough, so she ripped the bottle out, and the pain made Sylvia pass out. And then Stephanie and Paula dragged her to bed. The next morning, she came downstairs, and Satan just kicked her into the basement, saying that beds weren't fit for whores. So Sylvia was badly injured from her assault the night before, and told Satan that she needed to go to a doctor. So 3 of the boys carried her back upstairs, dumped her into a tub full of scalding hot water. They held her down and they started scrubbing her. One of the boys, Ricky, who was new to all this, said he's like this.
Of course, it's fucking Ricky.
Ricky, yeah.
It's always a Ricky. Really? Come on.
Always a Ricky. He's like, this isn't right. What do you think? Yeah, he didn't like it. He's like, this isn't right. So what do you think happened next?
I don't know. Ricky
take the craziest freaking shot in the dark that you could possibly come up with.
What happened next? I don't know. Ricky got shot in the dick by fucking God.
No, but he did get his dick sucked by Gertrude. Or Satan.
Yeah. I'm out. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm done.
Come on, man. He said that this wasn't right, so Satan started flirting with him, and she cornered him, and she undid his pants, saying that she needed an assistant who could help her with the monster in the basement, and she didn't have any money, but she could pay him in other ways. So they went into the bedroom, and a few minutes later they came out, and Satan was wiping her mouth, and Ricky was giddy with excitement.
Yeah, but who's going to save them from the monster that just sucked his dick?
Well, Ricky is Satan's bitch now.
You gotta gargle mayonnaise.
So by this time, the other boys had pulled Sylvia from the tub, and they were now rubbing salt on her burned body. Ricky picked Sylvia up and brought her to the basement and just dropped her on the floor, and this became a daily ritual. Torture, blowjob, torture, blowjob, torture, blowjob.
Yep. I'm done.
And they even began force feeding her shit. And she was
like force feeding her actual shit, or did you just say shit because you forgot what they were force feeding her?
No, it was actual shit.
Yeah, real God loving people right here, dude. Fuck being a goat.
Yeah,
like goddamn.
So dude. She was no longer allowed out of the basement unless it was torture time.
Oh yeah, because
and this is.
There were missed opportunities.
Yeah. But there were missed opportunities to end this nightmare. Judy, remember that girl who,
Judy.
Sylvia. Yeah, she didn't even know, Sylvia didn't even really know her or her mom and everything. The one that had gotten over there, the one that ran out with kind of doubt in her face.
Yeah.
She had told her own mother that they were beating Sylvia, and her mother wasn't concerned because she believed all the lies that were spread by Satan and her disciples of demons as well as their minions.
All right.
Paula had openly bragged about the beatings initially. But Satan just told everyone that Sylvia was terribly troubled, and as much of a burden that Sylvia was, she cared too much for her to cut her loose.
Oh,
even though she was a horrible prostitute, and everybody fucking bought it.
Yeah, of course they did.
Jenny, Sylvia's sister, even secretly sent a letter to an Aunt Diana explaining what was going on, and she begged her to send the police to rescue them. And Diana at first didn't believe it, but the letter nagged at her over time because the details were too much for a little girl her age to know.
Yeah.
So she went to the house, and Satan said that Lester had called and said that Diana wasn't supposed to see the girls, and she slammed the door in her face.
Okay.
So that didn't sit right. So she went down the street and she waited, and Jenny came out with a bag of trash to put in the trash can, and Diana rushed over to her, and then Jenny said that she wasn't. She's like, "I'm not supposed to talk to you. You need to go away."
Oh.
So Diana called the social services, the Indianapolis Social Services, and demanded they investigate, which they did. And Satan was ready for a story ready to go, and Jenny was there in 100% agreement with everything that Satan said, or she was going to be stripped naked, beaten, and sent to the basement to live with Sylvia.
Oh. All
right. Satan said that she had discovered that Sylvia was a prostitute and had kicked her out of the house because it was a bad influence on her children and on Jenny.
Sure.
And Jenny backed up the story, and the social workers left. Satan then gave Jenny $1 to go get some candy for being a good girl, and no investigation would ever come there again. All the while, Sylvia's in the fucking basement.
Yeah.
Word went around, and Satan even started to invite boys over and charge them to see a naked girl for the first time. The boys would grope her, all of this under the watchful eye of Satan, who was regularly having sex with a 14-year-old boy, Ricky.
Ricky, don't lose that number. I'm the only one you call.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Toto. I didn't mean to drag you into this, but I had to.
Yeah, that wasn't Toto, but anyway.
Well, who was it then if it wasn't Toto?
I'm not sure. It was pre-Toto.
No.
That song came out in like the 70s.
I guarantee you Ricky was Toto.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, Google it because you have internet and I
am.
don't.
Gotta Google it right now. Ricky.
Or was it Steely Dan? It might have been Steely Dan.
Lose that number. Yeah, Steely Dan.
Steely Dan, Toto. I mean, fuck, they were basically the same band.
There's a big difference between. No, they weren't. I mean, Toto was the prototype for all of the progressive metal bands that came later. Toto was like a less heavy version of Dream Theater.
Dude, really? Do you remember Toto songs? Name me one Toto song that sounds like Dream Theater.
No, I said they were the prototype. I didn't say they sounded like them. I said they were the prototype.
If they were the prototype, name me one song that Dream Theater fucking prototyped from them.
I'm not saying that there was any Toto influence on them. I'm just saying that Toto was the first mainstream, serious progressive band.
Rosanna. What was the other Toto big hit?
Hold the Line. Africa.
Africa was not Toto, dude.
Yes, it was. I'll bet you that fucking Charvel that you just got.
No, you don't.
Dude,
no, because dude, no wait, you're right. Africa was Toto, but dude, that's not fucking progressive.
Thank you.
That's not progressive at all, dude. That's fucking just 70s, 80s, early 80s pop.
I watched a concert of theirs where they played a whole bunch of other shit. And it's
if you know so much about Toto and how much they influenced.
I don't. I watched one fucking show.
Who was the guitar player from Toto?
I know this. Fuck. I know the name.
Let's go, Mister. They influenced everybody. Come on. Starts with an S.
Sam Snead.
The Gulper?
I can't remember that. Steve Lukather.
Yeah, well, you're close. Steve Lukather.
That's what I said. I said Steve Lukather.
Steve Lukather, not Lukather. Lukather.
Whatever. You put me on a spot I can't remember shit. I'm surprised I did that well with it.
I know, I am too, dude. I thought I had you on this one.
Nope. No, but seriously, it's just a lot of their stuff that didn't go mainstream and everything. It is fucking progressive. It's progressive, rock. But I'm not saying that they directly influenced Dream Theater. But it's just they could have had a hand in it a little bit.
Yeah, all right.
But anyway, hashtag but I digress. We've got more fucking sadistic shit to talk about.
No, we don't, because I'm fucking done. Anyway, keep going.
So
I'm about to be done, though, so this better be over quick.
We're almost done. I got 10 pages.
10 pages, motherfucker? You had 5 pages a minute ago. How are we 10 now?
I didn't say that.
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm fucking with you, bro. Come on, carry on. Hurry up.
So
do the fucking Micro Machines, man. Let's get done with this shit.
Sylvia had multiple cigarettes put out on her, and she was practically catatonic at this point, and at the end of the day, they just toss her back into the basement. Stephanie and Coy began to drift apart because while they were still sleeping together occasionally, which was okay, as far as Satan was concerned. Coy just started he would only come over and just peck her on the lips. Hey baby. And then he'd go down to the basement and do God knows.
Is that what you said?
He would peck her on the lips.
Dude, nobody talks like that, dude. Come on, man.
He would just give her a peck on the lips. Mwah! Hey baby. And then we'd go down to the basement to do God knows what to Sylvia. Then Ricky and Coy would clean her with the hot water and salt. It was a daily fucking ritual. Coy was only coming over there just to brutalize Sylvia.
Oh yeah, because that's what God-fearing people do.
What a man! What a man! What a man! What a mighty good man! Oh fuck! Oh man! But you know what? Through all of this, Sylvia still wasn't broken.
Good for her. She stayed strong.
When she had the strength.
I hope she's the one that kills everybody in this story and ends up in prison. Because you know what? That would be the most beautiful ending to this story.
It would. And I wouldn't even mind seeing the story.
But it's not going to end that way, I know.
No, but I wouldn't mind seeing this story done in a movie where that's what happened.
Yeah, because dude, movies change shit all the time.
I know.
Dude, that movie, I Spit on Your Grave, that girl got raped. She came back and killed every motherfucker.
I know.
Dude, so you know what, dude? I want to see a real life story where this girl that's being fucking tortured by fucking goddamn
Satan.
space fairy fucking believing fucking fundamentalists just get destroyed by that girl that they were fucking attacking.
You know what? I'm sure it has.
And then the girl just fucking like fucks off and like, like the end of the movie, right? You just see her like she's walking down the road and she just fades out. She gone.
Yeah.
Never see her again.
I mean, you know what? I'm sure it has happened.
Yeah.
And if there's going to be but it's not. If there's a podcast that'll find it, it's us.
Yeah, let's fucking Dude, I don't know. Yeah,
I'll look for it.
Let's look for it, but at the same time, I can't handle much more of this shit, bro. We got to start doing some lighter hearted shit because.
Okay. Well,
I'm ready to burn the fucking world down because all these fucking ugly ass fucking people in it. I'm telling you that right now.
Next week we'll do Sid and Nancy. How's that?
I don't know, dude. Are we doing like the actual Sid and Nancy or fucking?
No, we're gonna do the actual
movie,
Sid and Nancy
the movie
story
with Gary Oldman. I'll just imagine Gary Oldman playing Sid. And it'll be fun.
Okay, but Sylvia still wasn't broken, and when she had the strength, she would stare Satan down to the point to where it made Satan nervous. And she, with her locked in the basement, there wasn't anything Satan could really accuse her of, and lots of people knew about it. I mean, were complicit in this. So one night, a young man named Robert broke into the house, and he was subdued by Coy and Ricky. The police were called, and he was arrested. He didn't see anything, but Satan considered this a close call. Now, the police were no strangers to, the police were no strangers to this household because Satan had been regularly taking medicine for whatever, and she had upped her doses on her own and everything, which took even more money for food away from everybody. And she had even stopped paying her paper boy, and the paper boy filed a suit against her. And the police came to serve her papers, and Gertrude threw a temper tantrum, and she was charged with defrauding a paper boy and resisting arrest.
Defrauding a paper boy.
Defrauding a paper boy.
That's an actual charge.
Well, yeah, because the paper boy, you don't realize this. Nobody realizes this.
$2.
But
$2.
$2 is about $10 back then, and but still.
Oh God, defrauding a paper boy! I can't even believe that's a thing. But you know what? Whatever, dude. If she got charged for it and got booked for it and got put in fucking jail for it,
she didn't. She just paid the fines.
Defrauding a paper boy is now my new favorite charge.
But she paid the fines and the paper boy, but that took even more money out of their pockets. But Robert said that the reason that he had broken in was to recover stolen property, and the police were going to search the house. But remember John, her original baby daddy.
Oh.
He had moved up significantly in rank at the police station, so Satan dropped his name and the matter was closed.
Oh. Yeah.
So then Satan went downstairs and started patronizing Sylvia, asking her, "Do you want me to help you become something other than a dirty sex toy?" And for men, and Sylvia said yes, and so she was then tied up and dragged upstairs by Ricky and Coy. They threw her on the bed, and Satan said that if she could make it through the night without pissing herself, then she could live upstairs again.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
But obviously she wasn't able to. I mean, her body's like in seriously damaged at this point. So obviously she wasn't able, and she was tied up so she couldn't go to the fucking bathroom.
What?
So she was so badly damaged from all the abuse, and of course, when she came back in, the bed was wet. This, and of course, enraged Satan. I gave you a chance and you ruined it just to be defiant toward me.
Yeah, that's why.
But now she had something new to justify punishment for Sylvia for, because she had run out of it by keeping her locked in the fucking basement. So, hey, problem solved, right?
No.
I hate this bitch.
So tell me, is this Gertrude fucking Wiener Schnitzel, whatever the fuck her name is she still alive at this point in time?
She's dead. She's dead.
All right, dude. Where is she buried?
We'll get to. Yeah, that's a good question.
Because I want to go visit her grave and empty a fucking magazine into the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Like, seriously, stand right on her fucking coffin and fucking put 19 rounds into the ground at her fucking corpse. Because this bitch, glad she's dead, deserves to die as many times as fucking possible.
Agreed. Can you imagine if we covered this story in episode 5 when we did BTK?
Well, BTK is a whole nother fucking bag of worms.
No, but I probably would have hung myself. As bad as I took BTK, I probably would have hung myself if we had covered this one.
No, dude.
Point.
Dude. You don't end yourself, dude. You end the world, and then you just sit there and watch it fucking burn.
So she came at Sylvia with a knife, and she cut the ropes, and she ordered her to the living room. Ricky and Coy were there, and Satan handed her a soda bottle and told her she knew what to do with it, and she did it, but
God damn it.
She did it, and she showed no emotion. She's just like, but she showed no emotion, but the whole time she's like locked eyes with Satan. And this pissed Satan off, because like I said, she hasn't broken Sylvia. That was her end game, was to break her, and she couldn't break her. Sylvia's a badass bitch.
Is Sylvia still alive?
I mean,
probably not.
No.
When did this take place, dude? I must have missed that part. Is this
This
recent?
was in the. No, this took place, let's see, she was born in 29. When she took Sylvia in, she was 37, so 30.
Okay, so this is like the...
So this is the 70s.
50s,
the 70s. Right? No, this is the 70s.
Oh, the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
fuck me.
Yeah, because she was...
Sorry, dude. I mean, you probably said that at the beginning, and I just fucking missed it.
I said she was born in 29, and I said that she was 37 when she took her in, but I didn't specify that it was in the 70s.
Well, like I said, dude, I probably just missed
fine.
it. I didn't... me, unlike all our listeners who probably did the math and figured out that it was the 70s, I didn't do the math.
Right. But
I'm not able to
that's
do
fine.
the math.
I just had to do it. I just had to do it
myself. So,
so this pissed Satan off, and she said that, Well, since she had branded her daughters as whores, she was going to brand Sylvia. So she grabbed a sewing needle, held it to a lighter. Boys held her down, and while Satan branded the letter I on her stomach, Ricky took it and added an M to it, so it spelled I'm A. And Ricky didn't know how to spell prostitute, so Satan wrote it down for him. By the time it was over, it read, I'm a prostitute and I'm proud of it. But Ricky wasn't finished. He wrote an S on her chest, and when Jenny came into the room, he told her to brand her sister, and Jenny refused. So he handed it to Satan's third oldest daughter for her to finish. And I didn't put her third oldest daughter's name in this, but
we'll call her Gertie Jr. because why the fuck not?
I don't think that she did. I think it was
she backed out. She's like, "Fuck this crap, dude. You guys are fucking sick."
Yeah, I think she
like
did.
Fuck you and your God for even thinking this is a thing.
Yeah, but okay, it's the third in command. So she comes up later, and I do have her name.
The third in command, what? Data?
No, Data wouldn't do this.
Yeah, but you know Data's third in command of the Enterprise, right?
Well, yeah, but we're not talking about the Enterprise.
Picard,
we're talking about
Riker,
Hell.
then Data.
We're talking about Hell. We're not talking about the Enterprise. We're talking about Hell.
I know. We haven't done the digression on the fucking Enterprise yet. Not bad.
No. So Satan asked her, it's like, well, what are you going to do it now? It's like nobody, it's like you get undressed for a man, he's going to see that on you. And what's he going to think about it? So Sylvia just said, well, I guess there's nothing I can do. It's on there. Still hadn't broken Sylvia.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So that
fucking endured branding and just like, fuck you, cunts.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to do what I got to do. It's there. So, and that pissed Satan off even more. So,
as it would.
Coy, yeah. So Coy threw her back down into the basement, and she wasn't, he went down there to beat her up and everything, but she wasn't screaming anymore. So he just got bored with it. Yeah, I would like to end Coy myself. I'd like to end all of them, every single one of them. I just like I said in the beginning of the episode, want to, it's like you're gonna want to like murder an entire family and not think a thing of it.
Yeah, well, they better hope they're all dead, because if I find one of them, they will all be dead.
Actually, a lot of them are, but we're almost there.
Hurry up and finish, dude, because
we're getting close. So later that night, Jenny crept down to the basement, and Sylvia whispered to Jenny that she knew that she was going to die. The next day, Satan and Paula took her for a bath again, but this time it wasn't hot. This time it was an actual bath. And they brought her clean clothes, and then they brought her down and set her at the dinner table, and then they brought out a pen and paper and dictated what to write. I'm going to read it.
You put down,
Dear Mr. and Miss
8675309.
But, Dear Mr. and Mrs. Likens, I went off with a gang of boys in the middle of the night, and they said that they would pay me if I would give them something, so I got in the car, and they all got what they wanted. And then when they got finished, they beat me up and left sores on my face and all over my body. They also put on my stomach, I'm a prostitute and proud of it. I have done just about everything that I could do to make Gertie mad and cost Gertie more money than she's got. I've tore up a new mattress and peed on it. I've also cost Gertie doctor bills that she really can't pay and made Gertie a nervous wreck and all her kids. That's what Satan dictated for her to write.
Okay.
And Sylvia went to sign it, but Satan said, "Oh, no need to sign it because, your parents are going to know you're writing."
All right.
So they now had proof that Sylvia had run away, and all they needed to do now was find a place to dump the body.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they discussed this in front of Sylvia.
Yeah.
So she got up, and with the strength that she had, she tried to bolt for the door, but Satan caught her and dragged her back. And she asked Sylvia if she wanted dinner, and she grabbed some moldy bread and she shoved it in Sylvia's mouth, and Sylvia said that she couldn't swallow it. So Satan grabbed a curtain rod and smashed it against her teeth, trying to use it as a fucking plunger.
And on that note, I'm out. I can't do this anymore, dude. This is the most.
We're almost done.
The fucking disgusting thing that we have ever fucking discussed, and I can't do it anymore.
Dude, I got 9 hours in on this.
Dude, I don't give a fuck what you got in on it, dude. I am whatever. What do you got? Like, dude, is there like 2-3 minutes left? Fucking finish it, bro.
Well, like the bad shit's almost over, and then we get into sentencing.
Whatever, dude. Go ahead. I'm done.
So, Coy plunged her back into threw her back into the basement. And later, Satan went down into the basement with some crackers. And ever defiant, Sylvia said, "Give it to a dog. I'm sure you can find one hungrier than I am." So Satan lost it and began beating her furiously. And the next day, Ricky and Coy came down to get her, and she was still unconscious. Satan tried to beat her with something, and she missed and wound up hitting herself in the face, giving herself a black eye. Coy grabbed the curtain rod and began beating her all over, and they left her again. She woke up during the night, and she tried beating the pipes and walls, desperately trying to attract attention, but nobody heard or cared because noises were frequent. Weird noises were frequent from that fucking house. So they brought her up the next day for the bath, but she wasn't breathing and the body was cold. Satan called the police with a story ready. When they arrived, Jenny whispered that if they just got her out of there, she would tell them everything. So the police decided to question Jenny first, and Jenny said, "Look in the basement. They killed her." So they did. And when they came back up, Satan, Paula, Stephanie, Coy, John Jr., who has kind of been silent in this, but complicit. We haven't really talked much about him. But they were all arrested on murder charges. Everyone else but Jenny was arrested for assault. Warrants were issued for everyone else who had taken part. Everything came out. Coy and Ricky started singing like canaries, but Satan stuck to her prostitute story. An autopsy was performed, and all of the injuries, including over 100 cigarette burns, second, third degree burns, multiple brain hemorrhages, and the list goes on and on. The autopsy also indicated that her hymen was intact. You'd think that she would have had one of the teenage sadists take care of that detail, but I'm glad she didn't. Are you still here? Because we're done with the. Well, only the murder charges were upheld against Satan and her daughters, John Jr., Coy, and Ricky. The charges against Stephanie were dropped, and she turned state witness against Satan and her family. Paula had to be rushed out of the courtroom to give birth. Now keep in mind, Sylvia and Jenny were sent there shortly after Paula had become pregnant. All of this went on for less than 9 months. Paula named the baby Satan after her mother. I mean Gertrude.
Right.
Coy and Ricky tried to say that they were coerced. Satan's lawyer tried to say that she was feeble, weak, and old, and it had been the kids who did all of it. It was sort of like a Lord of the Flies scenario. And they even tried to run the prostitute angle like that even fucking mattered. Even if she was a fucking prostitute, so what? She didn't deserve that.
Right.
She didn't fucking deserve anything. But the autopsy results torpedoed that. But she did have one witness in her corner. Her 11-year-old daughter Marie, which was the third oldest, which I mentioned, a little bit ago. She recited everything that Satan had told her to say, but the court saw through that. The cross-examination broke her down, and she shrieked on the stand, "God help me!" And then she recanted everything. Satan...
God won't help you, you fucking cunt.
Well, Marie really hadn't done... She was just kind of
complicit in it. That makes her fucking just as guilty as the fucking rest of them.
Oh, I agree, but she
fuck
hadn't
you.
physically
Finish this shit. I'm done.
Satan was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole.
Good.
Paula was convicted of second-degree murder, but was retried and got voluntary manslaughter.
Bullshit.
She served... I know it's bullshit, but hold on. Silver lining. She served 3 years and was paroled, and then she lived in Iowa in obscurity until 2012 when she was exposed on Facebook. She lost her job as a teacher's aide. She had been actually working around kids and nobody had any fucking idea. But she lost her job.
Good.
She lost her job.
Oh, she lost her fucking life, too.
Yeah, me too. John, Coy, and Ricky were all convicted of voluntary manslaughter, and they served 18 months in juvie. Hold on. John served his sentence and moved into a halfway house, and he became involved with the church, and he was actually the only one in the entire family to show any remorse for this, and he died in 2005 of diabetes complications.
Good.
But
I hope you're rotten in hell, you fucking cunt.
But he had been unable to keep a job because his involvement in the case kept coming up on background checks.
Good. Rot, you fucking cunt.
Ricky lost his mind and died very young, soon after his sentence ended, riddled with, he came down with like stage 4 lung cancer, like out of the blue.
Oh,
he was smoking
I'm
too much
sure
cigarettes.
that's what happened.
But he was riddled with tumors and, whatever.
Holy shit, maybe there is a God.
Yeah, right.
And he punished old fucking Ricky.
Yeah, Coy showed no remorse, and he was later charged in a double murder during a home invasion.
Oh yeah, well
yeah.
The fucking the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Yeah, that Coy was a fucking...
Anywho, not the point. Let's finish this bullshit. Please tell me they're all dead, because I really want them to all be dead.
Satan appealed and was sentenced to 18 years.
And my earbuds are about to die, so you better hurry the fuck up.
All right, I'm almost done. Satan appealed and was sentenced to 18 years. She became a model prisoner as kind of a mother figure to the younger inmates who referred to her as Mom.
All right.
Whatever.
Wait, I guess.
Now this is beautiful. Right here. Beautiful. And I'm not even being sarcastic.
All right.
Jenny was adopted by the family of the prosecutor of the original case, Leroy New.
Uh-huh.
When Jenny found out that Satan was being given a parole hearing, she took action, making TV appearances with victims, advocates, and a petition with over 40,000 signatures against her release was given. And Satan said, "I don't remember what happened. I was on drugs the whole time."
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
Satan changed her name to Nadine Van Fossen and went to live with Paula and stayed out of the spotlight. I'm sure there were many people like you and I who would have been happy to take her out. She was obviously mentally ill, but that
doesn't make shit right.
But that justifies nothing. But she died, hopefully horribly, of lung cancer in 1990. Good.
Yeah, dude. I hope she suffered. Done. I hope she suffered for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jenny, so the Jenny that survived, dude, was her number 8675309?
It might have been.
and is Jenny Stacy's mom and Jesse's girl, I think. Yeah.
No, Jenny was Sylvia's sister. Remember?
Dude, you totally didn't get that one bit.
No, I totally got it. Well,
then why did you go along with it? Dude, fuck me in the goat ass, dude. You didn't even go along with it. My earbuds are dying, so that's it. Let's finish this, bitch.
All right. I really
Before I can't hear you anymore.
Follow our socials and everything. This was a fucking rough one, even by our standards. But anyway, until next week. Later.
Cheers, everybody. And dude, that was hard to say cheers on that one.